many times you had to remind yourself about that man's birthday? How many times you remember to get him a gift for Father's Day? How many times you remember just to write him a little thank you note to say I love you? How many times somebody had to remind you, say text him just to let him know you appreciate him? Nobody. Why did you do it? Because you wanted him to know that, right? So we say we love God. Why do somebody got to tell us to read? Why somebody got to tell us to show up? Why somebody got to tell us to be on time? Come on, I'm just turn my head. Why do somebody have to tell us? Because if we go to work and we show up an hour late, keep on showing up an hour late, what them people going to do? But then we show up with God every Sunday an hour late. But God, I want you to bless me. Look at the relationship, what you showing. You showing him that you don't know commitment. You showing him you don't know how to be loyal. It's one thing, there was another thing I learned with my mother. She showed me how to be loyal. When I'm loyal to you, I am loyal to you. And when if I cut it off, it's because he told me to cut it off. Otherwise, she showed us how to be loyal. But see, we're saying that we're saying that we want the things of God, but we're pushing away the persons that God has used to help us. I'm going to say that again. We saying we want God, but we are pushing away because we're really saying, oh, they ain't going to be, no, that ain't trustworthy. No, I don't believe they loyal to me. No, I don't believe they care for me. No, I don't believe they really want to help me. You judging that person who God sent to help you because you saying they're going to do you like how your parents did you. I'm going to say that again. We reject our leader, the person that God has used to help us, because we're telling God they're going to do me just like how my mama and my daddy did. You may say, why you say that, Apostle? Because what your leader give you, you don't do it. And when you don't do it, you saying is because they're going to do me just like how I've been taught. How did you know how not to be faithful? How did you know how not to love? By looking at your parents, right? So if God give you a spiritual leader that's going to show you who God is, if you don't do what they're sharing with you to do, and you see it in the word, and you still don't do it, you're telling God is, what's in my mind, they hurt me so much, I don't believe that they can tell me the truth either. And you seeing it in the book. My Lord. Shame on us. It ain't like we said, it's not like how it was in slavery. In slavery, guess who was the only one who had the Bible? The pastor. Nobody else had the Bible. But now we got Bibles. So you see what I'm preaching. You see it in your Bible yourself. But you still say, I ain't going to do it because I don't believe they really love me. I don't really believe they want to help me. I don't really believe it's in them to do me like that. You know why? Because we've been dysfunctional because of what we saw. But you got to understand, in your mind, you got to tell yourself, they ain't going to do me how my mom and daddy did me. They're not going to do me the same. My mom and daddy only did that, and you got hear me. It's not because I'm trying to bash parents, but I'm saying is they only can do what their mom and daddy taught them how to do. And so therefore, you got to look to somebody who's going to show you something different. Because if you keep on doing what you saw them do, you're going to keep getting that same thing. Let's turn to Proverbs 22. I'm going back to the scripture because I want y'all to see where she get that from. So look at Proverbs 22 and 6. He said, train up a child in the way that he should go, and in keeping with his individual gift. So as a parent, we're supposed to train up our children in the ways of the Lord. He said, see, even you got to understand that even as me being a spiritual leader, it's not my job just to teach you how to be a fivefold gift. It's first my first thing I'm supposed to teach you is how to be a child of God. My Lord. Everybody want a title now. Don't nobody want to be a child of God. Teach me how to walk in my call. But you don't want to know how to love God. You don't want to know how to serve God. You don't want to know how to follow God. And that's what's wrong. We got people want titles, but rejecting who he is. My Lord. And he said, where is Christ in this dysfunction? Here it is, you got people, they apostles and prophets, but don't know who Jesus is. Can't show people the love of God. Nasty prophets. Telling people the word, telling people what God is saying, and won't even hug nobody, won't even shake nobody's hand. They don't have Christ in them. They know the word, but they can't show love. He said, love and kindness have I drawn thee.